Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, is your cup half full or half empty? Because that's what's going on here. And I think it's quite cold. I'm not going to make another one though. Is your cup half full or half empty? Hi Divine Feminines, it's Divine Feminines on Friday. I'm going to do a Celtic cross. I do want to have a kind of look at where we are now, where we've been, as in like, it's a bit of a past, present, future reading. That's what I want to focus on, but I want to do it in the form of a Celtic cross and using the Witch's Tarot. It seems that I've turned this energy over. It was like, okay, I don't really like that energy. We'll turn her over. Turning over a new leaf. Okay. Well, let's use the... Did I call them the fairy? Well, they're the Witch's Tarot. Did we want to use the fairies? Let's see what these want to say first. Okay. Divine Feminines. Let's have a look. What is it that we're talking about? Let me get all the cards out. What's the block? Okay, this is the past energy. What's gone on in the past? Present energy. What's going on now? Whoa, what's going on with the cards? They're like coming out in twos. There's a three there. Let's look into the future then. They're kind of chucking them out in pairs. Apart from there's three in the now. We turn that one over. And we've got one that's the challenge. Okay. What's going on behind the scenes that we're not aware of that's assisting us in this situation? How we're feeling about the situation ourselves. How this is affecting others. I feel this is going to be a really interesting read. How this is affecting others. There's three here. Something about three being a crowd. Okay, so a third party situation I'm picking up here that's getting in the way of coupling up. What's the hopes or fears? Yeah, there's only one for the hopes or fears and only one for the challenge. One card for what's assisting you behind the scene. Let's have a look how many cards want to come out for the outcome. Looks like we've just got half a deck now. Okay. We've got one for the outcome. Why have I put it over there? Should we have a look? I feel like I do want to play with the fairies. It's like the fairies are going to tackle this. Cool. Let's call out. Let's call upon the fairies then. Let's call out the fairies. You coming out? Oh. Am I clarifying now? Okay, it's all undercover, guys, here. God, we're dragging this out. Okay. Two again. Don't know if you can see them. I can't. Challenge. What's going on with this energy today? See that one. And that one. Let's have a look at this reading because it's intriguing me. Okay, should we have a look at what we're actually... I know we're going to look at what the topic is we're talking about, but let's have a look at the underlying energy. Prince of Summer. Romantic, captivating, dramatic and flirtatious. Falling in love suddenly. Being swept off your feet. The need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. This is shouting out the divine masculine. If he's in another situation with another person, he is totally and utterly in love with the divine feminine. 3's a crowd. 2's a party. Okay. Now he's riding that dandelion now, all the way to his wishes. So he's being carried here. He's being carried away by love. Where's he being carried away from? This. Now I need to read this card because it does pick up that there's 2 here and there's 1 that's leaving. And I feel like we've just been prolonging it. We're going to read this because it does pick up that there's 2 that have paired up here and the 1 has to leave. 3 of Hearts. It's the 3 of Swords. The Magician's here. Okay. So the universe definitely has stepped in and said, it's kind of like stop prolonging this. It's time. Falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. Well, let's read this 3 of Swords. I just can't get you out of my head. Boy, your loving is all I think about. We've got to find the swords in here. Oh, there we are. The underlying energy. We'll get there. A large red heart is pierced by 3 swords. In the background, a stormy sky and heavy rain clouds are seen. 3 fairies hover about, looking dejected. A fairy couple embraces as if comforting each other, while the 3rd fairy flies away. Blue, how do I say this flower name? Blue ageratum flowers are falling from the rainy sky. While the heart is a symbol of love, truth and courage and ethics. The 3 swords piercing the heart in this card sadly represent betrayal, heartbreak and delay. The heavy dark rain clouds symbolise the stormy emotions and tears that are present in your life at this time. In the language of flowers, the blue ageratum means delay. This particular card illustrates the toughest times of heartbreak and the anguish of loss and betrayal. I keep wanting to call them the 3 of Cups. When the 3 of Swords is dealt in a reading, when it was the underlying energy, it causes a visceral reaction. This is a brutally tough card. There is no polite way. There is no polite or soft way to put it. When the 3 of Swords turns up in a reading, it is like a sucker punch to the stomach. It hurts. This card, more than any other, illustrates the pain and loss that the querent is experiencing at this time. What you need to understand is that you will have to take the pain into your heart. Accept it, shed your tears, and then move beyond it. So hot. So I just sweat on. Okay, just going to dab dab. Once you have accepted the pain and experienced the grief, then, and only then, can you move forward. This card may also stand for a delay to a project and plans, or the painful karmic repercussions are experienced when a manipulative spell backfires on the caster. Keywords: delay, personal betrayal, loss, a time of drama and tears, sadness, conflict, a spell that has backfired. When I came on, I did actually want to say to you, I feel quite blank. It's like, I feel like I'm trying to hold myself back from crying. I feel like I want to cry. So, okay, it's picked up on that energy. We're going to have a look at the Prince of Summer though, because I feel it's the end of delay now. It's the end of the delay. This charmer may be a prince, but he is truly the king of romance, utterly in love with love. He can zoom in and have your heart fluttering in the blink of an eye. He is refined, artistic and introspective, as well as dreamy and possibly a bit melodramatic. A hopeless flirt, he will read you poetry while looking deep into your eyes. In his heart, he really is generous and quite tender-hearted. Wow, I kind of woke to singing that song. My tender heart. That's not the tune, but it's called Tender Heart by Lionel Richie. Tender Heart. His focus is on you and you alone, until it isn't. And therein lies the problem. He is the Prince of Summer, and oh, you'll be so happy for a time, maybe forever, maybe. Just keep in mind that this prince is known for having a wandering eye, and he likes to spread happiness around, so be very cautious. The prince rides a magical dandelion under the light of a full moon. The dandelion indicates he can make wishes come true. However, the heart in his hand is made of glass, so handle with care. It's very fragile at the moment, the Divine Masculine. Additional meanings of this card: falling in love, a love of art and beauty, staying grounded during a very emotional experience, a trusted keeper of secrets. Interesting. His focus is on you and you alone until it isn't. And therein lies the problem. He is the Prince of Summer, and oh, you'll be happy for a time, maybe forever. And then in brackets it says maybe. Just keep in mind that this prince is known for having a wandering eye, and he likes to spread happiness around, so be very cautious. And I do feel that that's what this third party knows, is that the Divine Masculine's in love with someone else. It's like his eyes have wandered because it's wandered towards, he's been wondering about love. And he's found that within the Divine Feminine. So, freeze the crowd. Okay, so it's a bit muggy today, the energy. A bit muggy, the energy's a bit muggy. Tacky. It's a sticky situation. The sun isn't out, blaring and shining, but you can kind of feel the stickiness of it. Should we actually have a look at the situation now that we're talking about? Let's do it. Now, there's two cards here. Let's have a look. Well, we've got the death, the transformational death of the Divine Masculine. He's charging off somewhere. I think he's actually just charging after his transformation. So he feels that he's transformed. Look how hot his head is. That's the kind of heat that I'm feeling. Okay, but then we have the Knight of Swords, and that's an air sign. It's going to be like a breath of fresh air. That's what he needs. Look at this environment that he's in. There's a little boy there trying to... is he trying to tempt him with some flowers? But it does look like the masculines here. He's like, I don't know, that horse has got red eyes. He's on a mission now. He needs some fresh air. The Divine Masculine needs a breath of fresh air. Okay. So he's in hot, turbulent energy. Need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. Let's have a look at what the fairies wanted to say about this. Okay, so we've got the Magician with the Death card. You can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. You need to be level-headed. a bit hot-headed at the moment. Got the Five of Winter, clarifying this, needing a breath of fresh air. Walk away from dishonest associations, realising that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. And this is, I believe, leaving this third party here. Okay, what's the challenge then? I don't really feel there is a challenge. The masculine here is being drawn. This comes in with a tender heart bear, a care bear. I'm sure he was a lion, tender heart bear. Okay. Can you feel his tender heart? You're going to have to be really careful with the divine masculine's heart. It's very fragile, divine feminine's. That's the challenge, is there isn't one, guys. Plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitudes for the blessings of life. I feel like the divine masculine, he'll jump over the wall. He'll find his escape. But he's heading straight to his sunshine. The sun's starting to come out now. It was just a bit hazy and misty this morning. My tender heart. What's gone on? We've got the Five of Swords, meaning this dragonfly here. I feel it's the divine masculine kept going back towards the same thing, just going back to this karmic situation. He just kept getting stabbed. The fairies are trying to tell him stop. It's a drama queen. She's an energy vampire. This is what's happened in the past. So, I'm going to read these. Five of Swords. Five swords are fanned out. We need a fan. Five swords are fanned out across a beautiful, bright blue sky. Pearly white clouds are illuminated, and just beneath the gathered points of the five swords is a gorgeous, iridescent dragonfly, a symbol for the element of air, the fairy realm, and illusion. Five fairies fly merrily around the swords, uncaring of their sharp edges and any possible danger. But what do you suppose is the most dangerous aspect of this card? The sharp edges of the swords, or the possible trickery of the fae? This card shows that your pride was hurt, but it's not fatal. Do not overreact. You may feel embarrassed at the moment, but most of what you are so humiliated about is an illusion. The dragonfly represents a need to gain a new perspective and to make a change. The fairies encourage you to learn to laugh at yourself a bit, to see through others' trickery, and to keep moving forward. When the Five of Swords appears in a reading, it's a signal that the quant is feeling humiliated and embarrassed. This is only a partial defeat, and they are still in control. Don't give up. Shift things around and look for more possibilities. Allow the element of air to bring some fresh air and a new perspective into your life. Heed the message of the dragonfly and see through the illusions of others. Transform your life into something bright and wonderful. The key words were embarrassment, illusion, trickery. Learn to laugh at yourself and keep going forward. Learn to laugh at yourself after you've been within the presence of this one. Nine of Swords. There's where your trickery is. A woman wearing a nightgown lies dramatically in her boudoir at night. I think that's how you say it. She has the back of her hand on her forehead, in a swoon from being either emotionally or physically drained. She is clearly overwhelmed, and her other hand trails limply to the floor. Her long hair flows back across the pillars and reveals a bite mark on her neck, 2 puncture wounds, as if from a vampire. The waning moon illustrates the Gothic window, while 9 swords are arranged on the wall, cage-like, and blocking the view out of the window. The yellow primrose flowers embroidered on the bed linens symbolise sorrow. The woman may be reaching up towards the handle of the bottom swords. Perhaps she is finally ready to defend herself, to break free, and to stop the drama. Or maybe she needs to feel sorry for herself just a bit longer. Maybe. Meanings. This is the Drama Queen card. When it turns up in a reading, it symbolises a person who is always having a crisis or causing drama in coven dynamics or social situations. There may be an emotional or psychic vampire, or they themselves could be the willing victim of such an attack. As this is the 9 of the suit, it also symbolises that you are near the end of a problem, near the end of the problem. Things have reached their peak and should begin to settle down, as long as you do not give way to dramatics. Decide to pick up the sword, to be proactive, and to defend yourself and your personal energies. Furthermore, this card can represent a karmic repercussion of poor judgment or backlash from a manipulative magical act. I think of this card as a perfect illustration of baneful magic that has returned to its sender 3 times. Keywords: Drama Queen card, psychic or emotional vampire or victim, baneful magic, return to its sender 3 times. So what I feel has happened is 3's a party, okay? 3's a crowd. 3's a crowd. And I'm not sure what's been going on, but this is karmic. This is karmic energy that's being returned to its sender. So this energy vampire, this third party here, I feel like she might be the one who's had the repercussions put back onto her threefold, unless it is the divine masculine, because he kept choosing the energy vampire. Let's have a look at what the fairies say. The fairies say Queen of Spring, brilliant, loyal, talented and friendly. Believe in yourself, wonderful people want to help you maintain a balance between work and home life. You're showing up here, divine feminine. In the past. So what did the divine masculine choose? He chose to leave the brilliant, loyal, talented and friendly person that was in his life, who believed in themselves and the divine masculine. You wanted to help the divine masculine, and you've had to go and just maintain a balance between work and home life yourself, while the divine masculine chose to opt out and go elsewhere. Okay. So let's have a look at the current energy then. We've got 3 here. Divine Feminine, 9 of Pentacles. The Empress. And the 6 of Pentacles. We've got the Divine Feminine. We've got the wife. And we've got the children. Can't make it up really. Divine Feminine's card. 9 of Pentacles, single, independent, maintaining a balance between work and home life. The Empress, she's sitting here, her orders, giving out her orders. I do feel this is a karmic energy, so it could be that this person is the mother of the divine masculine's children, the wife of the divine masculine, it's the one that he married and chose to stay with. We've got the balance here. This is what's going on now, the balance with the children. So both feminines are, I feel like, not with the masculine. It could be this karmic energy he is waiting for the masculine. But I feel like he's putting his focus on looking after the children. So he's wanting to be a provider. Does he feel like there's a lot of people to provide for here? So it's like, I'm just going to focus on providing for my children. It's like not taking on any additional responsibilities. So that's the current energy. We've got the Queen of Summer. Loving, comforting, emotional and intuitive. Listen to your heart. Intuitive insights you can trust. Taking care of others, perhaps too much. So he's trying to be... really, what it's kind of saying is he's really stepped into his own divine feminine energy. So he's become the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and he's going to take care of it all on his own, it looks like. That's what's happening now, the current energy. Taking care of people, perhaps too much. So who's he focusing on? Him, his children. Let's look into the future. I feel like I don't want to read any of those. That's cool. What's going on in the future? We've got the divine feminine, I believe. I'm not sure though. It's the Five of Cups. It's a card of emotional loss. First of all, I felt like it was the divine feminine, but it could be this karmic energy that's just having a look at them Two of Cups now. She's feeling the loss, but I do feel that maybe she knocked those over there herself. Seeing as she's got a flippy towel, she could have flipped out, knocked over the cups, and she's kind of ruined her own Two of Cups, her own future with the masculine here. I feel that is the karmic energy. So I feel as if she's going to flip out, and it's like she's going to just... she's going to be the one to make a mess of the connection. Whether or not her eye wanders and she goes off into a third-party situation, I don't know. But she's looking at Two of Cups and she's knocked three over. We have the masculine here. He's actually planning. He's feeling partial success, so he's wanting to pair up with someone that actually can help to change his life in a positive way. So it's just this breath of fresh air here he's looking for. So he's waiting to actually offer that to someone. So I'm not too sure what's going on here. But I do feel the masculine's alone with his children. So with this other feminine, the divine masculine's heartbroken. Even if he did have a wandering eye, that seems to have rubbed off maybe on his actual partner, his wife, and her eyes start to wander as well. The thing is, that's really hurt the divine masculine, even though he had been drawn elsewhere also. Let's have a look at what the fairies want to say. Well, we've got the Chariot and the Awakening. It feels like there's a feminine in this Chariot here. Success that comes from dedication and self-discipline, celebrating your accomplishments, being in the spotlight. I actually feel like this is a feminine here, this karmic feminine. She wasn't feeling, it's like the divine masculine's heart was elsewhere, which she could pick up on. And I feel maybe she's been drawn to her own love. It's a feminine here. She wants to be in the spotlight. She wants to be felt. We've got the Awakening here, divine masculine. He's got his toe on the yin yang. Change the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness, a temporary pause in action. This has thrown the divine masculine if this has happened. And it's like, well, that's just karma. So whoever this karma's come back on, threefold, like I said, I think it's kind of all round. Looks like he's having to support himself here. But it's like, I'm going to look at what the divine's been doing behind the scenes to kind of help orchestrate this, but it looks like it was all in order. So if you all got out of order, you're all being put back in order again. However, the universe justifies that to be done. How they see that fits best. behind the scenes, resurrection. We're going to read the resurrection. Ace of Swords. It's an opportunity that the divine gives you with the Ace of Swords. All the aces are opportunities that are given to you from the divine. It's up to you whether or not you take it. Now, this looks like it could have all swung in your favour, maybe in a really fucked up way, that really did break your heart. But it was a big wake-up call. A single, but don't miss out the single word. A single silver sword hovers upright in mid-air and is the main focus of the card. Just behind the sword, a lone red-tailed hawk flies through the air. A misty mountain range can be seen off in the background. The sky is blue with a hint of rosy, soft clouds, and dawn is just beginning to break. The Ace of Swords is associated with the element of air, as are mountains, windswept places and raptors. The mountains depicted in the Ace of Swords show us that though we may face challenges, through endurance and perseverance we can triumph. The hawk in the Ace of Swords is a messenger. He invites us to move forward and to be open to new ideas and to discover our personal power and our true purpose in life. Success is obtainable. You need to reach out for it. This card illustrates that spiritual awareness leads us beyond fantasy to a real and lasting truth. The Ace of Swords is the most potent and pure form of masculine element of air, of the masculine element of air. So when the Ace of Swords is the most potent and pure form of the masculine element of air. When the Ace of Swords flies into your life, you are being put on notice that it's time to take action. This is a card of intelligence, heroism, victory, justice, achievement, new beginnings, and winning battles. Another of this card's most important lessons is that now you have the chance for a new way of thinking. Cut through the fantasy and embrace what is. The truth hurts, but sometimes it can also heal and make room for a new, improved reality. Success is attainable. Victory is near. Go grab a hold of it with both hands. What's going on behind the scenes? Success, truth, awareness, victory, determination, take action now. A clear perception leads to spirit and a closer connection to deity, the element of air. Let's see what the fairies want to say. The dreamer, the fool. Embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure and trust yourself. John Lennon, Imagine. Imagine all the people. How are you feeling about this? Well, you're in the Hermit. It was there yesterday. In the Hermit energy. Looking for your way out of the dark. You've got a light, you've got a lantern. How are you feeling about this situation? Got the Ace of Pentacles dangling for you as well. That success that you're looking for. Okay, I'm not going to read the Hermit, I'm going to read the Ace. Ace of Pentacles. The book. A large golden, upright, interwoven golden pentacle hovers in mid-air. So it's told you to grab hold of the sword with both hands. There's a pentacle here as well that's hovering in mid-air. The sky in the background is a rosy colour of dawn, and golden and pink clouds are behind the pentacle. The precious golden pentacle has a leafy pattern on its surface, and the pentacle itself is surrounded by intertwined and blooming honeysuckle vines from the garden. Honeysuckle is a tenacious blooming vine aligned to the element of Earth and the planet Jupiter. It is a powerful herb used in prosperity, and good luck spells, which makes it very appropriate for being featured in this earthly suit. The blooming honeysuckle flowers are symbols of new and sweet opportunities. One of the more positive cards in the tarot deck, this is a card of prosperity, fertility, wealth, stability and growth. It also symbolises the positive and current manifestation of your magic in the physical world. The Ace of Pentacles is the most potent and pure form of the feminine element of Earth. Got the masculine. Now you've got the feminine. Do you feel like you're balanced? I'm talking to the Divine Masculine. Do you feel like you're balanced, Divine Masculine? In your feminine masculine energy here. Okay. So the Ace of Pentacles is the most potent and pure form of the feminine element of Earth. This ace shows us all of the bounty that the suit of Pentacles represents. Be creative and put those blossoming ideas into action to achieve material success. Because the Pentacle is hovering in mid-air, this card traditionally symbolises that money may just manifest in your life as if out of thin air. This card may represent a gift or an out-of-the-blue opportunity that lands in your lap. However, on a more down-to-earth note, this card being the purest form of the earth element, reminds you to stay grounded and to use your common sense. This practicality and good judgment will guide you and your magic to success. This card often illustrates a desire to help other people on both a mundane and a magical level. The Ace of Pentacles signifies an abiding deep affection for the beauty of nature and a talent for green magic. It's a heart. It's the heart, tender heart. Keywords: wealth, abundance, health, happiness, security, good fortune, love of nature, green magic, and herbalism. Magic manifested in the physical world, the element of earth. There's a masculine here he's holding it up, having a good look at this star. There's a feminine here. Does look like she's kind of saying, encouraging the masculine here, the divine feminine. Embrace your true purpose. Begin a new adventure and trust yourself. Let's look what the fairies want to say. The moon. This is what he's looking at. Powerful, intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. So I do feel this is seeing as we have the purest form of feminine energy within the Ace of Pentacles, and we've got the moon here. Definitely about tapping into your divine feminine energy, divine masculine, and hearing her guidance and support. Okay. How is this affecting others? Got 3 cards. We've got the Queen of Cups. I feel that's a karmic energy. We've got the 7 of Pentacles, the divine masculine. It's not feeding this anymore. Is your cup half full or half empty there? I feel like it's quite a negative energy coming from her. She looks quite relaxed, just sitting back there, not really, I want to say, putting in any effort. It's like she's just in her seashell here. And then we have the divine feminine. So the masculine here, there's 2 women. One's very needy and one's very strong and determined, and she's a fighter. No, she's a survivor. The other one is very codependent on the masculine, and we drain him. Now he's looking more inclined towards the divine feminine side. How is this affecting others? Well, you've got some contrast there between 2 characters. Someone who's independent and someone who's very needy. And likes for you to just run around and look after her. So it's like this other feminine here wants to be taken care of, but doesn't want to kind of do any of the taking care. It's like she doesn't take care with the care. And she doesn't give any out either. So it's like she's been like, oh, She's out of the picture. When I first came on, I turned the book over. And there we have it, the Divine Feminine, or someone who believes that they're the Queen and the Empress, and that they don't need to do anything. Let's have a look. The moon has just gone sliding away. Well, the fairies want to say it's the 8th of summer. The desire for a more meaningful life, realising that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. Who is this that's choosing to make major life changes though? Because I feel very much as if it could be this other feminine, not the Divine Feminine. But I feel this feminine may have, she may desire for a more meaningful life. She realises it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. She's in her chariot and she's off. It may have been taken out of the Divine Masculine's hands. He may find himself alone. The current energy does really suggest that the Divine Masculine is alone. Don't know how long he's been alone for. But he is alone with no women in his life. He's looking after his own needs and everyone else's. Perhaps too much. It's like he needs to be taken care of as well. Okay, which the Divine Feminine can do, because this other partner, she just wanted to be taken care of. There was no giving. So it's like she drained all the energy out of the Divine Masculine and has left him really depleted and to deal with everything now on his own, including a very hurt and tender heart. That's what he's been left with. Hopes or fears? Well, we're going to change it, aren't we? We've got the World. There's a new beginning, opportunity to go again. It's the last card of the tarot. Hopes or fears? Do we go again? Wow. Unless you're planning on never restarting again, this too shall pass. It takes a bit of time, but let's look at this World card. The World card symbolises the end of the Fool's travels and is a culmination of all the cards before it. Okay. He has worked his way through the mysteries of the major arcana and has found completion. The Fool is shown in the upper left-hand corner. He is older and wiser now that he has completed his magical journey. In the other 3 corners of the World card, we have representations of the gifts he has acquired while on his expedition. In the upper right-hand corner, a golden eagle soars through the sky. The eagle stands for the gifts of intelligence, courage and confidence. In the lower right, we see an adult male lion. The lion signifies the gifts of strength, passion and rebirth that the Fool has now obtained. In the lower left-hand corner is a powerful stag. The stag symbolises pride, poise and integrity. Our wiser and older Fool can now easily put to use all of these skills both in his magic and in his daily life. The green man in the centre of the World card smiles out at us with foliage surrounding his face and branches crowning him. The branches coming from the top of the green man are a nod to the antlers of the horned god of nature. For witches, the green man is a beautiful and evocative representation or archetype of the awesome powers and magic of the natural world. It is a perfect representation for the final card of the major arcana, as the green man and the World card are both symbols of renaissance, rebirth and regeneration. Excuse me. When this card appears in a reading, it is a sign that spiritual lessons have been mastered. There is a sense of freedom and harmony to be enjoyed. Newly acquired knowledge, strength, and even spiritual understanding will now be put to good use. It may also symbolise successful completion of a project, a personal renaissance, or even strong and healthy spiritual connections between people and or coven members. Rebirth, wholeness, completion, joy, victory and achievement a journey's successful end. The magic and wonder of the natural world, spiritual connections between people and or coven members. The deity associations, the Green Man and Gaia. Astrological association, Saturn. Hopes or fears this is. Well, I feel that you've learned all your lessons, Divine Masculine. You completed that part of your story. Let's call it a story. The Four of Winter. It's time to rest. Set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation and the need for more sleep or a vacation. I actually was picking up that this is the masculine's ready to go, the Divine Masculine. It's actually the Divine Feminine. She needs to rest. She's picked up on all this energy. She's been helping to transmute it, so it's like it's over. That's why you might feel a bit blank or feel like you want to cry but you're not sure why. It's kind of like a release. Let's have a look at the outcome anyway. Seven of Cups. The Divine Masculine needs to choose you. I choose you. Should we see what this card wants to say? Seven of Cups. Arranged on a bank of clouds are 7 silver cups. Inside of each cup there is something wonderful, magical and different. That's good. Happy choices now. A white-haired and bearded wizard with half-moon glasses is in the foreground. He wears flowing, watery blue robes with magical symbols embroidered upon them. The wizard has on a tall, pointed hat, and he gestures with an open hand to you, as if encouraging you to reach out and choose one of the 7 silver cups. The wizard is offering you a choice. I feel the Divine Masculine is going to be offering you a choice, okay? Well, I just felt he just wants to please you, Divine Feminine, now. It's all about you. Okay, so you've got options. The wizard is offering you a choice. All of these choices are equally wonderful, and they all represent something different. One cup holds a tiny winged red dragon. The topmost cup has a small black kitten sitting inside of the cup. The third cup holds a tiny fairy tale castle. And a fourth cup has a little rainbow shining out. A fifth cup holds jewels and gold coins, while a sixth cup has a tiny mermaid lounging inside. The seventh and final cup has a monarch butterfly emerging from it. Many wonderful choices lie before you. This is a card of precognitive dreams, symbols and signs. Take a moment and choose one of the 7 cups. Okay. Have you made your choice? Make a choice. I chose mine. We've already done this part. Whereabouts are we? Many wonderful choices lie before you. This is a card of precognitive dreams, symbols and signs. Take a moment and choose one of the 7 cups. Now read along and see what it tells you about yourself. I chose the rainbow. Just thought I'd let you know. The red dragon represents the power of transformation and the element of fire. What sorts of passion and power can you manifest in your world? Can you see that enough, guys? The black kitten grants you the opportunity to work more closely with the animal kingdom and to find your own magical familiar. The third cup's fairy tale castle offers you the chance of stability, comfort and the magic of hearth and home. That was my second choice. The fourth cup shows you a rainbow. Time to work on your communication skills and see what messages await you on Iris's magical rainbow from the Temperance card. The fifth card holds jewels and gold coins, inviting you to dig in and work magic with the element of earth. Focus on crystals, stones, minerals and metals. The sixth card has a tiny mermaid who invites you deeper into the realm of the element of water. Embrace your psychic gifts and emotions and see where they lead you. The final cup, with the butterfly, beckons you to the element of air. Sharpen your intellect, hone your instincts, and pay attention to your intuition. What sort of new knowledge will the element of air blow into your world? Keywords, choice. Many wonderful options lie before you. Choose one of these cups and their lessons for yourself. So, I chose the rainbow. Time to work on your communication skills and see what messages await you on Iris's magical rainbow from the Temperance card. Seven of Summer. No more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from over-analysing the options comes in perfectly with the rainbow. Time to work on your communication skills and see what messages await you on Iris's magical rainbow from the Temperance card. Seven of Cups clarifies the Seven of Cups, and it shows the rainbow. It's definitely about, the Temperance is about reconciliation, blending masculine, feminine energy together. I'm actually going to read Temperance because it hasn't kind of showed up, and I feel that's because you are balancing out the situation on your own. It would have showed up on the behind the scenes if Temperance was here. Okay. Wow. What more can you say? Well, let's read what the Seven of Summer wants to say, Seven of Cups wants to say with the fairies. This is the outcome, guys. Okay. There are pros and cons to virtually every decision. The situation you're currently in is demanding a choice from you. And procrastination is simply no longer an option. What you decide involves actions that may benefit you physically, emotionally, financially, intellectually or spiritually. Recognising that you always have a choice is a great realisation about your personal power. However, it also means that you are responsible for the outcome of your choices. The moment to choose has arrived. I want to say the moment you choose, you will arrive. You could make a list of every possible alternative and evaluate it, or you could ask God and your angels for guidance. But the time to choose is now. Daydreaming can be a lovely way to get insight into a challenging situation, or it can be a way to avoid taking action. Make sure that your imaginings serve a productive and positive purpose. Make a plan to put your dreams into action, one step at a time. A fairy allows sunlight to shine through a prism onto a bed of white roses. Onto a bed of white roses. I feel this is why the feminine's actually resting. A fairy allows sunlight to shine through a prism onto a bed of white roses. The roses indicates that his intentions are pure, but the prism shows that there are many possibilities. Additional meanings of this card: wishful thinking, needing to regain focus, overanalyzing, too many choices, receiving guidance to detox. There's lots of choices, lots of options. The Divine Masculine needs to communicate this with the Divine Feminine. Okay, so I'm going to go to the Temperance card. Okay, let's have a drink. Card number 14. That's the rainbow behind there. black and white. Let me read this. The Greek goddess of the rainbow, Iris, faces forward and stands at the edge of the water, her golden wings outstretched. Her sheer white gown has a golden triangle on the bodice, which symbolises balance and creativity. Her gown flows softly around her, and one of Iris's feet is on land while the other dips in the water. Neither on shore nor in the water, she is in an enchanted location, where she is in both worlds, an in-between place. In Iris's hands are two different goblets, and she calmly pours water from one goblet into another. The water flows magically out and about before ending up in the bottom goblet. There is an alchemical transformation taking place here. She is tempering the liquid in the goblets to find the right balance, or mixture. Behind Iris, the clouds have parted in the sky, and a rainbow appears, representing hope, magic, and miracles. Around her on the green banks grow iris flowers in several different colours. I think it's quite interesting, we can't see no colours, very black and white. He's bring some colour into your life. Colours of the world, spice up your life. Every boy and every girl, spice up your life. People of the world. Okay. The enchanting iris flowers symbolise an eloquent message, which suits the messenger goddess they were named after. The temperance card appears in a reading when it's time to be restrained and to be a little more tactful than usual and to employ more moderation. It says some moderation. And to employ some moderation. The Major Arcana card represents the mixing of different magical elements to create something new, like rain and sunlight, make a rainbow. The Temperance card also stands for the personal alchemy of a spiritual transformation. Now is the time to work on the healing of your spiritual self. This is the perfect occasion to work on finding the correct balance or flow in your magic and your life. Watch for messages from the gods. Shit. Very much for the Divine Feminine, because this is meant to be the Divine Feminines on Friday. Got to rest. Okay? I'm going to get a Heal Yourself card. But it says, now is the time, Divine Feminines, to work on the healing of your spiritual self. This is the perfect occasion to work on finding the correct balance or flow in your magic and your life. And watch for messages from the gods. Keywords: alchemy, restoring equilibrium, moderation, restraint and tact. Remember that tact, guys. Divine Masculine's heart's very tender. Find your balance, look for divine messages, and work on spiritual healing and transformation. Okay. Right then, there's your reading. So I'm going to get a Heal Yourself card, and then I'm going to get some messages from Heaven, Spirit. A Heal Yourself card. We're just coming at that angle. Okay, Divine Feminine, so that's kind of like the lowdown on the Divine Masculine. It's 11:21. Oh, something just clicked. So it's 11:21. You want to go from that 11 to that 11, don't you? That 22. 2 and 2, 22. Divine Feminine, let's have a Heal Yourself card. My hands shrunk overnight. To stretch. Okay, so I do want to say to both counterparts, it's time to stretch yourself. Got to have faith. It's card number 22. I was going to say, reach up for the stars. Climb every mountain high, reach for the stars. Follow your heart's desire. 22. And when that rainbow's shining over you, that's when your dreams will all come true. Faith requires you to believe in something that is not yet evident to the naked eye. To generate more faith, focus on the why, your dreams, desires, feelings, attitudes and thinking, and not on the how, action plan, strategies and skills. Your whole life has been taught. Your whole life you have been taught to think about the how, which leads to doubt and fear. The wisdom of this card is asking you to only focus on the why. The magic that will happen if you stop focusing on the how and only on the why is that after some time of practice, you will notice that the how will present itself to you. It is through your focused, positive thinking that you will create people, circumstances and events that will take you closer to your dreams. What you have mostly done is to focus on the how, which has made you doubt yourself. This means you are vibrating negative thoughts into the universe, keeping your dreams away. Remember, you were created to be a co-creator here on earth, designed for achievement. Faith is knowing that everything is going to work out the best possible way, no matter what things look like. Hi, Jazz. Come on, darling. I saw you staring at me there. Good boy. Come down then, darling. Yeah. The action. Take a sheet of paper and in 7 minutes, I've had the 7 of summer come out and the 7 of cups. Come on, guys. The chariot's the number 7 that's staring up at me. So take a sheet of paper and in 7 minutes write down not only oh, you're molten. Take a sheet of paper and in 7 minutes write down, not on a computer, all the things you would do or be or have if money and time were not obstacles. Do this exercise every day for 1 week. Then at the end of each entry, write a number between 1 and 10. 10 being you definitely could make this happen within 6 months, and 1 being there is no chance you could achieve this goal within 6 months. Pick entries are marked 7 or above and find one to focus your energy on. Soon the how will represent itself and you will take a huge step closer to your most treasured dreams. This will build massive confidence and increase faith in the magic of the universe. What an awesome card to have. Should we get a postcard from Spirit? What do you think? Okay, let me find out where they are then. Let's have a look. Let's turn this around. Oh, I can see them. Okay. Are you choosing one for us? Did you pick one? There it is, Jasper. You are beauty. Dearest Stu, the common sayings, be in the world but not of it, and wear the world loosely, refer to the need to be engaged with life while not being attached to specific outcomes. Do not take this world too personally, for you are one of many co-creators here to play, and we have many ideas about how all this should play out. Just know the outcomes don't matter as much as the presence of, Just know the outcomes don't matter as much as the presence you bring to each experience and how you let yourself flow through life. There's a real freedom in knowing and accepting this. So will you wear the world loosely or will it straitjacket you? It is your choice, Whatever happens, have the courage to keep trying to live as you are meant to. And when it comes to manifesting, don't worry about the how or even the why. We have that covered. Everything is going to turn out exactly as it should. Spirit has a plan. Loving you always and forever. That's awesome, isn't it, Jasper? How exciting is that? It's like, you can't make this shit up, Mum. No, you can't, baby. Should we get a message from heaven? Shall we? Okay, let's do it then. Your hairs are wet on those. Whereabouts are they? Okay. Oh, we get an angel prayer. And we need to find these messages. Oh, I can see them. From heaven. You want the angel prayers first? We're doing it. That's cool. Hold on, let me take the box off. Let me take the lid off. You helping? You're a good little helper. Okay. Got Earth Angel on the bottom here. Let's give him a shuffle, Jasper. This one here. Count your blessings. You've got to write that list. It's a good boy. Stay down here. Thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. Another list to write here, guys. Gratitude. Count your blessings. As you count your blessings, you become a magnet to even more blessings. When you draw this card, the angels are encouraging you to see blessings in your current situation. It is important you keep yourself focused and aligned with loving experiences in your life, as this will lead you safely to the next step. Take some time to see the amazing things in your life. The angels aren't calling you ungrateful, but they want you to realise what you have in your life. It's important to focus on what you have rather than what you don't have, because it will help you stay present, focused and open to the abundance of support that is there for you right now. Start writing down your blessings and give thanks to your Creator for them. It's a message from heaven. It's gone now. Quick snack. No, he's gone. He's gone to rest. Oh, there he is. Top one. Thought there was about 2, but then ends up being about 3, and it was like, no, just one more. Make room for that happy ending. It's now within your grasp. Card number 2, by chance. I felt like I wanted another one. Someone else wanted to jump back in the picture, though. It's like, no. Just 2 in this party. Make room for that happy ending. It's now within your grasp. Kept speaking about this dawn, didn't it? The rosy skies. Okay. The book. When you work hard at something, of course, you have a big chance of making it happen in the way you planned. Your loved ones are showing you that you're almost there and your goal is in sight, so persevere. They say to you, we believe in you. Keep going. Oh, I feel like I want to cry now. Okay. 15. It's that devil energy. Focus your mind on what you really want. We are helping. Let's have a look at what 15 wants to say here. If you feel stuck, it's probably because you don't actually know what you want to do. Write down all the possibilities or discuss the options with friends. The viable options will start to become clear. Your loved ones say, follow your heart, and we will help guide you. Rumi. And I'm going to get off, guys. And I hope that you all have a fantastic weekend. That's it. Just hope that you all have a fantastic weekend. The throat chakra's really been playing up. Tickling. It's getting ready to communicate. It's a rainbow bridge. It's 11:33. Okay. Cross consciousness number. Let's do this. What card, Rumi, can you leave us for this weekend? Dance of the Divine Feminine. Card number 42. I was going to say, what can we leave the Divine Feminine with as a message for this weekend, seeing as it's your reading? We got the Dance of the Divine Feminine. Card number 42. If a tree could move from one place to another, it would not suffer the pain of the sore or the oppressive wounds. If the sun and the moon stood still like the rocks, they could not offer brilliance. How bitter the taste of water would be if the river stopped its flow, remaining still like seawater. When the seawater rises to become a cloud, it loses its bitterness and pours the rain of sweetness. I have given you only a few examples. You can figure out the rest. Break away from the self and enter the kingdom of love. Rumi. How can your feet bear to be still when the music is so lush and inviting? How can you hold yourself back from the tide of love when the horizon looms so vast and exciting? How can you not arch your back and respond with ecstasy to your lover's touch, saying in absolute submission, yes, more? You were made to move and grow, to love and flow. Even mountains change. Surrender the stodgy ways of the mind and become willing to dance to the great orchestrations of love. I felt like there was a baby being born up here. You may feel unsettled, beloved, as though the ground beneath you is not so solid. You may touch it to see. Is it moving? Of course. It is hurtling through the skies, spinning, tilted on its axis. It's amazing you aren't passed out on the floor in utter dizziness. Yet you stand there, imagining you have a choice of not moving. What funny foolishness. Let us laugh about it together. How can you even imagine it? Only through some misplaced fear. It is such a small craziness, really. You can cast it off, that small crazy fear. Let it return to the Earth Mother to become fertiliser for the far grander and more exciting insanity of divine love instead. Give up that tiny insanity in favour of the greater craziness of love. You cannot be unmoved by it. The rhythm of life will get you shaking your hips eventually. How could you not become entranced by the gleaming dance floor, shimmering with possibility and invitation? This oracle comes to you with guidance. Your life may feel as though it is being tipped upside down. Perhaps you feel as though the great beloved, in a feisty mood, has grabbed your ankles, is holding you upside down and shaking you wildly until your skirt is over your head, or the pockets of your pants become freed of their contents, keys and wallet dropping to the floor in disarray. Your hair is messy, your bottom is in the air, and your sense of orientation is nowhere to be found. Blood is rushing to your head, and goodness knows, you just want to be put down to have a moment to come to your senses. So the beloved will give you that gift, but don't imagine it will last for too long. The great beloved esteems you capable of so much more than being sure-footed and sensible. You are capable of more whirling and stumbling, whilst inspired by the music of the spheres. If you just accept the great innovate, not sure what I was going to say, we're really stumbling on the words today, guys. It's okay, we're working on the communication. It's all good. Hi, Jazz. Come on, darling. Come on. We're coming in. Good boy. Come down for mummy. Good boy. Ah, good boy. Okay. Let's finish off this message then. Yeah? Okay. If you just accept the great invitation to dance, there won't be so much roughhousing going on. It won't be needed because your hair will already be in a mess. Your blood will already be pumping, and you'll be sweating, laughing, smiling and dancing. The great beloved will be alive in you, which is all that grand seducer ever wanted in the first place, even with all the jokes and horseplay. Disarrayed and deceived by the divine lover, doesn't say that. Disarrayed and deceived by the divine beloved, you are able to break out of a too ordinary world. You will explore the delightful consequences of rocked boats and upset apple carts being swept away by love as you dare to dream bolder and wilder dreams for yourself and the world. There is bigger magic for you to weave this lifetime. Prostatic priorities inherited from the world are stuff and nonsense. Okay, go on in. Where are you going to go? Find somewhere to settle then. There isn't much room. That's okay. Yeah, that's cool. No, I won't touch you. You settle down and we'll finish this. That's just someone playing football outside. Okay, you there? Cool. Prostatic priorities inherited from the world are stuff and nonsense. It is the priorities of the heart that matter to you. If you are ever to right yourself whilst the beloved is tipping you upside down, like a soaring bird in most impressive aerial dynamics, it will be through establishing right priorities, the priorities of your own heart. So ask your heart what matters most and attend to that. Soon you'll be able to find your orientation, even if everything you have once held onto appears to be shimmering and insubstantial, a mere dance of light rather than solid ground. This will become so easy for you because your orientation will flow from within, from the heart, and no matter what shifts and changes take place around you, your centre will remain strong. This is what the beloved wants for you. Such peace and relief it shall bring to you. But perhaps some shaking about is required, first, in case you are reluctant to give up some mainstays, unaware of how much they drain life away from your heart centre. This oracle brings you this message also. There is something you are holding on to, a person, a place, a thing, a belief, a vision, and you need to let it go because it wants to grow. It may grow and change into something utterly different, or it may grow into exactly what you are imagining. Whichever outcome, growth is happening, and you'll find you enjoy the way much more with greater flow and support and less bashing of your head against the proverbial brick wall if you can let it happen. Don't worry if it seems as though your world is coming to an end or you are losing something you once loved. This is just a shaking about of the great beloved to lead you into a deeper, sweeter dance of divine being and becoming. Put your focus into your heart and realise you are more ready than you think. Now shake those hips, stamp those feet, close your eyes and clap your hands. There. That's better already. Interesting. The dance of the Divine Feminine. Didn't even mention the Divine Feminine in that reading. Okay. In that Ruby message anyway. Guys, have a lovely weekend. I'm just going to come round and 1 hour 20 minutes and 14 seconds. Okay. Much love, guys. Have a wicked weekend, and I will. We're going to have to go, darling, and I will catch up with you soon. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.